right, time for an episode review for Dino Fury. This is episode 12, Power Shot. Didn't know exactly what that means, but apparently we kind of already know what that means. And let me just say a nice little nod to be like, Nickelodeon gave them Rugrats. 7:30. That was cool. Yeah. So anyways, what we can figure is that power... Damn, it's like I just forgot what was good to forget them. Oh my gosh. Anyways, there's a new gym in town and Izzy is talking it up a storm. She kind of is somewhat calling her dad fat. Super hot shot gym or hot shot gym, either way. And we get the start of the Rangers actually exercising together. It's kind of funny, like it begins this way and it ends this way. And I don't know, it was hint to her dad that he needs to get actually some exercise. But the only messed up part is that watching this right now, and she's hinting hard of he should join the gym. We haven't seen anything in the episode that said, hey, dad, I was wrong about this. Don't join the gym. It's like, yeah. Me personally, it's like, if this is a gym, why couldn't it be Riptide Gym? The gym that we saw from Beast Morphers. And the idea is very simple. Franchise that shit. I'm pretty sure it was called Riptide Gym. Again, franchise that shit. Because if you could, it's like, yeah, it's like whoever owns it should have been starting to franchise it. Especially the fact that you can technically say that it trained Rangers in it. I'm pretty sure that's freaking damn reputable. And it just adds some interesting flavor to it, to where it's like they could have even ended it with one other thing. So instead of this whole thing of who's going, oh yeah, I'm jumping way forward, but it's like, we'll get to the end and I'll tell you what Riptide Gym could have done that will make people say, oh, no fucking way. Which is like, yeah, that would have been freaking awesome. It's like, it'll just be one cameo for one episode. I think they like that. Anyways, on the other side of the road, we have the bad guys. We have Scyther and we have Fun Gussie, who is hacking into the Power Rangers hotline. Smart. It's like, yeah, that was freaking smart. Smart. Whoever thought of that idea, smart. That was a good idea. Smart. So yeah, those two are now planning on actually using that to get through the Sporex beasts, which, awesome. Freaking awesome right now. Not to mention, it's kind of funny to see how Fun Gussie actually answers the phone. Those two are just having a ball. Now we get to go to Hotshot Gym. So we go into Hotshot Gym. They go into Hotshot Gym. They see everything. And apparently you get the first session for free. Then you have to pay up, homie. And we have Vern, which I thought Vern would be... which, I don't know. Maybe in the next episode. Good idea. It's like, I would say, even though I'm against it a little bit, I will still say at least they're actually, if this is the person they chose, they're inviting her into the story before the story really happened, which is good. We see another guy, which this guy right here is like, whoa. And then we get to see Coach Bellum. And Coach Bellum seems to me very, very fake. Extremely fake. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. It's like, I don't know. It's like either they strategically made her feel fake and disgenuine and we see it, but they don't. Or she kind of sucks at acting, but I can't say that this person who's playing as Miss Bellum sucks at acting because she was doing good later on. So apparently they kind of suck or did good, or I don't know what to say on that one. But anyways, yeah, so she's able to get started. Yeah, hype people up. Yeah, high five. And now she actually starts with stretches, which apparently later on you'll find out she kind of forgot. She actually is helping people do weightlifting and other things, saying nice form, nice form, nice form. They even go outside. Oh yeah, Zato actually joined in. Zato destroyed a punching bag. Oh, what the fuck? Like as if he's freaking Captain America. He's like, if you break that again, you have to buy it. You have to buy it as a new one. It's like, oh frick. Yeah, she keeps on going to Izzy and says, hey, you're better than the rest. You're freaking a good hot shot. And now she blows a whistle and said, okay, our free session is over, but hey, if you want to actually continue, come over here, buy a freaking premium plan, and note, we also need you to buy our freaking uniforms. And it's like, oh, freak, uniforms too? It's like, that's kind of messed up. It's like both of them are freaking expensive, and this is when we get to the guy, and the guy actually has to maybe sacrifice his watch, which sadly he does. Because no one told him anything about a freaking damn uniform. But of course, considering you see everyone else, they don't have a uniform. Yeah, it's like this is a grand opening, so they had no idea there was a uniform. So for this guy, he's like, I only got enough for the membership, not the uniform, and thus his grandfather's watch or gift his grandfather gave him, which I have a watch too that my grandfather gave me, my papa. May him rest in peace, man. It's like, yeah, even though it's kind of not working better than it could, I still use it at times. And I still remember, it's like, actually, that one actually was for my Nana. Yeah, the one that was for my pawpaw is actually safe in my lockbox. So, just so you know, it's like, yeah, some fun, nice little thing. You'd be like, oh. So anyways, afterwards, after they saw him actually take the freaking thing, you have the Rangers sporting the look to the other Rangers. And then all of a sudden, you see people running, a.k.a. there's a Sporex beast, or a Sporex that Weisel found in the garbage. Sorry, Slither saw in the garbage. And it's like, hey, what you doing? That would have been kind of funny, but like, hey, dumpster diving's not allowed here. Oh my gosh. And he shot at the Rangers, and lo and behold, which I think I can't fast forward. Can I? Yes, I sure can. Yeah, and lo and behold, Izzy's freaking uniform got destroyed, and she did a horrible patch job. A freaking horrible patch job. But that's for later. We actually get the Rangers to actually morph. And they battle for a bit, but hold on, got to fast forward from these commercials. Yep, so he blasts them, they get out the way, and of course Izzy got caught in her left. Yeah, it actually got torn. Yeah, and of course, sorry, Weisel actually summoned his freaking army, his crew, and the Rangers morph quick. Yeah, they morph quick. And hold on, I think I have to actually find out what keys they use. Hold on. So Zato's using Balloon Dino Key. Ollie's using the Gravity Dino Key. Amelia's using the Muscle Dino Key. 1 second. Sorry, Ollie is using the Hyper Dino Key. It is Javi who is using the Gravity Dino Key, and Izzy's using the Flare Dino Key. So the first time ever we see the Rangers using the Dino Keys together in uniformity. Crazy, isn't it? Alright, yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh, that was hard. It's like, yeah, that was hard. All 5 of them. It's like, really? Really want me to try to remember that verbatim? Are you fucking kidding me? What the heck? But yeah, first time in uniformity, they're all together and armored. So you have Ollie, who's fighting some minions, doing a freaking good job. Now we see Amelia using her final against a few of the, was like, yeah, first time we see the final with the armors. Izzy used her Dino Key to just shine a light as if she's kind of like either Tien or Krillin. And yep, Gravity. Javi used Gravity and take him down. And you have Zato, who actually is using a final with the balloon. Just like, whoa. It's like, yeah, so 2 finals for the first time ever. Actually, no. He used the balloon and then he used Hyper to finish him off. And it's kind of interesting being like, yeah, if you look at the buckles, when they took out the Dino Key actually went from, not present to present, which I'm like, Didn't it really happen in the original series? I don't know for sure. But anyways, yep. So either a guy what he came for, he disappeared and say, "See you," and he's gone. And you're like, oh man, it's like, why didn't we get notified? It's like, I think we got there before anyone called. But it's like, yeah, I think it's a good idea. We might want to check the phone lines just in case. But meanwhile, they're going back to Hotshot Gym, and well, she had a horrible patch job on her arm. Horrible damn ass patch job. I don't think you could have saved it. Maybe later I'll ask someone to see if she could have saved it. Yeah, that's a good idea. So she tries to actually go to the guy who actually got his watch and said, "Your grandfather would have liked you to, sacrifice for your greater good, and lo and behold, Coach Bellum actually said, "Let's go to weightlifting instead of stretching." And she's like, "Oh, you're right. You know what? How about you come and you actually lead today?" And I was like, And she tried to play it off as testing. And was like, you know what? The funniest part is like, yeah, can I go off topic? I think she will actually be a good person in Goosebumps. Let's hope that she can do that. Meanwhile, we actually see how Coach Bellum actually goes to many of the, in quotations, any of the customers and says, "Hey, you're being a good hotshot today." And I don't tell that anyone else, but it's like, between you and me, you're pretty good. You're the best one here. And Zato actually hears everything, and Zato never actually got that. He never actually got told that. And it's like, you can't say racism, though. It's like, you can't say fucking racism, but it's like, can't you say racism? Can't you? Anyways, Izzy is getting pestered about the fact that her freaking outfit, her freaking uniform has scratch on it. And she's like, "Listen, if you want to be perfect, your outfit has to be perfect too. Your uniform has to be perfect, so buy another one." And it's like, oh, great. This sounds just like as if it was the person from Split being like, "Your clothes, take off your clothes, you got dirt on them." Well, anyways, they go to Buzz Blast, and she talks about how she needs maybe some money fronted to get a uniform, and everyone decides to chip in, even though she didn't ask for it, but they did it, and it's like, that's nice, that's team. Meanwhile, we have this freaking damn robot in the section of Jane and Jayborg, which it works fine, but I'm like, I figure I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna see more sweat and crap that she didn't wipe off, and thus, damn. So apparently the robot actually detects sweat and gives her a towel to actually wipe her sweat away. Which is kind of wasteful, though. It's like, really? It's like, didn't even wipe it off her forehead either. It's like, what the frick? And then after that, she's thirsty. She have her mouth open and it sprouts water, which I'm like, yeah, right, that actually got in her mouth. Psst, please. And again, she opens her mouth and it squirted her, which that's real. And then go to sweat. And then here we go with all this. And it's like, you were having a good moment. It's like, yeah, this episode was having a good moment, but then you put this here. It's kind of funny that Jayborg, I will say this only funny part where Jayborg is like, "I give this robot 5 stars. You're being pretty biased, aren't you? I give it a 2 out of 5. Frick that." It's 2 out of 5. But anyways, yeah, at this point is where everyone else actually decides to give her money to get the uniform. And I'll get forward because you guys are going slow. She does go back to the gym, and lo and behold, at the gym, she goes to Coach Bellum, and lo and behold, it turns out she definitely wants it for the $money bill, y'all, because she was like, "Hey, Izzy, come on, work for me. If you work for me, we can get money. We can get paid." And Izzy's like, what the fuck? Because I think Izzy is more about the fitness and getting people in competition peak or competition ready, and she doesn't care about the money, which hopefully later someday she does, because you can't actually win anything or get lots of money or sustain your life without actually charging people money. Me personally, I would have been like $5 for each person. There you go, we're pretty much good to go. So yeah, she actually goes in and she finds out, and Miss Bella, Coach Bellum, actually in her face actually checks out her watch, the watch that she got, and Izzy actually paid to get the watch back instead of getting the uniform back, getting a new uniform. So yeah, it's really messed up where it's like, yeah, if Coach Bellum actually was paying it right, she could have actually duped her into working for her. And she doesn't have to give her any amount of money anyways. It could just give her like freaking minimum wage. So she's actually acting like a total idiot here. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. But at this point, I would have liked it to where, like, if this was Riptide Gym and Coach Bellum was actually hired and she was able to play as a front and just made Riptide her own because, well, it's franchised, but corporate doesn't actually control it. It's just another one. So it would be kind of cool to just be like, yeah, and Izzy did even better. She actually decides to talk to corporate and talk to them and say, hey, if this is how you actually are doing things, I don't like it and you should be ashamed of yourselves. And it's like, wait, what? And it's like, tell me everything that's happening. And then, of course, at the end of the freaking episode, guess who shows up and guest starring? Blaze shows the fuck up. Hey, it's like, yeah, you have Blaze show the frig up and actually tell him, hey, in Riptide Gym, this is not how we work things. This is not how Riptide Gym does it. You're fired. And they might even try to give Izzy actually spot to work there, but she's like, no, I don't. I'll think about it later in life. But anyways, besides me actually fixing this, it was like Izzy and Javi actually are with each other because she walked out and her dad actually says, yeah, did you go to the forest retreat, or they were actually going to walk through the forest? Riptide Gym. And well, it turns out that the Sporex beast came and grew, and yeah, their dad did call the hotline, but they didn't receive anything on the hotline, so might as well check what's going on with the hotline, shall we? And Amelia actually calls the hotline, and Fun Gussie says, I'm the Red Ranger. What seems to be the problem? Where's the location? It's like, what the frick? I'm jumping ahead, but anyways, Javi and Izzy goes to investigate. Now we have apparently fog shell. It's like bog shell, fog shell, bong shell. Then we got Slither, who actually shoots at the two. Fun Gussie is there too. Okay, let me fast forward because, well, yeah. There we go. We have Javi, who actually says that just tell the Rangers what's going on, and he's like, you guys check the tower. We'll take these two on. So we have Javi and Izzy, who actually will morph in front of us, which is like, yeah, it's pretty cool to actually have like one, we get to see them both actually morph a little bit closer instead of all bunched up together. Yeah, I'm still kind of shocked that no one actually did some editing and actually made it so that all of them actually fuse together. It's like someone's trying to do it, but hey, if you made it shorts where they morph, lots of people are going to watch. So anyways, Slither actually is going against the two Rangers while the other two are going to teleport out of there. Yeah, even though Bogshell was like, I want to fight though. I'm made of muscle. Good one. Good one. So yeah, those two teleport, and then Slither actually has to deal with those two, and it's kind of capable. Yeah, at this point, you have Amelia, which I was like, where did they get this snapshot? Because they're like, yeah, here's Amelia with a phone and doing a wink. And it's like, where do you get this from? Episode 12. So anyways, yeah, here's Fun Gussie freaking as a Red Ranger. It's like, oh, really? You're the Red Ranger? And this is where we get the moment of where she winks. Yeah. Someone definitely had to make a GIF out of this. I'm pretty sure someone did. But anyways, yeah, so they tell her a fake area where a freaking Spork's egg is. And there's the three Rangers. And it's like, oh my goodness. It's like, Fun Gussie's so funny. He's like, okay, we can fight you together. Never mind, frick this. It just ran away. Fun Gussie ran away. She ran away again. Here she goes again. And you have freaking Fog Shell, who goes against the Rangers. And it's like, oh, we get to figure out why he's Fog Shell. Meanwhile, Slither actually takes on two Rangers, and he actually teleports after shooting him a couple of times. So they joined the other Rangers. Actually, no, they actually joined where they hacked the phone. Yeah, they hacked the phone service, whatever. So yeah, there we go. And then we actually get to reveal that they're able to turn their swords, their sabers, into daggers. So now they have the Dino daggers, and I'm like, oh. So does that mean that technically black and green, if you release them in, it's like, yeah, we can't even say that crap because it's like, hey, that's not fair because it's like, well, I guess it is fair somewhat, but not really. Like, if you think about it, it's like the Dino daggers just showed up in episode 12. The international will know what Dino daggers are. And it's like Amazon, it is international, so it's like you can't freaking do anything. Meanwhile, we have Fogshell showing why he's Fogshell, and everyone is now covered in fog. And Amelia almost struck freaking Ollie. And well, Fogshell's gone, and the other three actually joins with the Rangers, the other two Rangers, because well, Fogshell's gone. I guess we'll see him in the next episode? Question mark. We don't even get to see Void Knight today. Anyways, we have Slither who actually is holding the line, and the three Rangers come in, and that was nice. Like, nice. That was nice. They teleported, slashed them. Zato gave him a kick, and now he's down, and everyone now goes into Dino Dagger mode. And it's like, man, the toys don't have freaking Dino Daggers, no. Man, this sucks. It's like, I would like them to do the Dino Dagger mode, and it's like, nope. And that was kind of cool where you use freaking Ricochet. Yep. Because they tried to throw the daggers at him. They didn't want to go through Fun Gussie. And then they threw the dagger, and the dagger, well, Izzy's dagger went through. So that's the end. No freaking Megazord needed today. And, well, Solon actually made sure that the hotline is hard to get hacked. Yes, they super encrypted it. Meanwhile, we have Izzy going to the retreat, the forest run or whatever, and she called the guy in, got the guy his watch back, and well, now she's confronting everyone who joined the gym, and of course Coach Bellum, which at first Coach Bellum was like putting up a messed up front, being like, oh, come on, guys. It's like, yeah, what the frig? And it's like, listen, she's a loser anyways. And it's like, wait, but you got her to lead that one time. And it's like, damn. And it's like, hands up for anyone who actually got called better than the rest or something. And it's kind of funny that Zato couldn't even raise his hand because, again, she didn't freaking... Never mind, can't be racist because, well, there was two black girls. It's like, there was two black girls, so never mind. Well, it's like she targeted extremely on a black male. She totally targeted like extremely on a black male. And it's like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, I kind of need her to see her actually say to a black male. Anyways. So she was able to dismantle everyone and say, hey, don't go in her gym. And it's like, yeah, it's like, I'm not going to do it anymore. It's like, oh, well, who's going to freaking lead? And it's like, I'll do it. And I'll do it for gratis, for free. And then here she goes with the stretches. And of course, the other Rangers were already arrived too. And there we go. So it's kind of messed up where it's like, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. It's like, yeah, it's like, listen, Izzy. It's cool and all you're doing this just because, you know, shows you in your face. But even though it shows you in your face, let me just say that you still have to charge money somehow. You can't make a living by doing it for free. And if you see, the dad was getting on freaking Javi's case for doing music, you know? He's like, music is a waste of time. You need to save it. So it's like, what do you think he's going to say when after you finish college, finish high school? Well, let's say finish high school. I don't know if she's going to go to college. No offense. But it's like, after you finish high school, what do you think he's going to say after you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do exercising stuff for free with people? And it's like, no. A fitness trainer is basically what you're doing right now. And since a fitness trainer is exactly what you're doing right now, fitness trainers don't actually do it for friggin' damn free. I would still say $5 would have been cool, but for right now, until they actually get money back, because again, it was expensive as frick. And of course, Coach Bellin said, you're not getting anything back. No, you're not getting refunds. All this money is mine. It's like, damn. But again, like I said, if they would have actually did a nice little patchwork and been like, Riptide decided to expand it and it went to a new freaking town, aka the town that we're in right now. Awesome. Coach Bellum was someone that they hired and she decided to do it crookedly. Oh, damn. And then, of course, you have them calling corporate, and she thought that she couldn't really need to call corporate because, come on. It's like she's able to freaking do things, question mark. So it's like, yeah, so she didn't get to call corporate, got called on her. But in this case, it's like, yeah, but you're dealing with Izzy, and Izzy sees the messed up thing you're doing. And she basically asked corporate, is this what you really do? Is this what you're really doing? And corporate is like, what exactly is going on? And then they send a representative, aka the person that most likely resembles them the most, Blaze. Good cameo. So at the end of it, instead of this whole thing of, okay, we're gonna show off right here, it's more like, no, Izzy goes back to the gym, and I think, yes, either Izzy goes back to the gym somehow for some reason, and or it's either that or basically her dad went to the gym. Oh, because she didn't tell her dad not to go to the gym, and her dad decided to be like, okay, well, my daughter talks it up, might as well go. She didn't correct it. Goes in, the dad is getting a little bit hounded, and she's like, Dad, no. It's like, what? But you told me. And then, of course, we get Blaze walking in being like, okay, who's in charge of this establishment? And it's like, oh frick, she's getting told. So either she's getting torn off or she's gonna get fired. So either way, it's like the Hot Shots gym, instead of just being a one-off, the Riptide gym is not a freaking one-off. You actually will have more things. It's like, yeah, you might see it in the future, or at least it's still here, instead of this being like, well, everyone knows that you kind of suck, so you're closed down and we're not going to ever hear anything about you ever again. I would have preferred Riptide gym. And it's weird that you guys couldn't remember it, even though it's been like, what, 2 years, 3 years? It's like, come on! It should be fresh on your mind. And of course, it's like, oh yeah, well, we don't have money to get the person who played Blaze back. It's like, seriously, it's like, you don't have like at least maybe $20 or $50 to give into him. It's like, I'm pretty sure that cameo was just $50. Come in here, talk like for 5 minutes, the end. We're done. The end. But instead, no, it's like, heck, you could have just made someone new and be like, yeah, so I'm Riptide's owner. It's like, you could have just done that, but I'm like, it's cool to just send Blaze. It would have been a nice little cameo instead of a little throwaway. I would say that this episode, even though I wish they would have connected it, it's still good. It's still good. The only messed up part of it that's really actually like a little bit of a messed up issue is the fact of the middle part, the freaking gag that you just shoved in there. And it's like, I don't think you need to shove in there. It's practically, I could take the freaking gag, cut it out of the episode, and nothing actually happens. Where it's like, it's just a little bit of an awkwardness, but guess what, folks? You won't really actually notice much, except something might have been there, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. And make sure you stick to Poll of the Week coming soon. Well, a new Poll of the Week coming soon.